It is Thursday, you guys, and that means it's time for some thrifting. This is my first stop, and this is the first piece that caught my eye. It is a large pine dresser in really good condition. It did have a mirror as well. You can see the pine knots here. It was solid wood. It was $50. Not a bad price for a piece this size. I didn't really like all of the detail on it. I probably would fill that in, but I did love the White hardware. And like I said, it was solid and in very good condition. There's the mirror behind it. I didn't pick this piece up, but I do think that that's a decent price for a piece this size in this condition. I saw this set of glass and brass tables. They were $39 each. Not really something I'm interested in, but I definitely see this kind of, I don't know, wouldn't call it retro, but like 80s or 90s style kind of coming back. Those could be cool. Here's another outdated piece. This was $35, and it was like a corner end table with some storage on either side. Again, not something I'm interested, but wanted to feature it. Here's another little accent table in the corner, also $39. It had like a metal base and a wood top. I don't know, it was fine. I wouldn't pay $39 for it though. Then I headed down to the basement of this thrift store, which right now is kind of all set up with outdoor and gardening decor. So I checked that out. I did see a few grapevine wreaths, which I think are always a good deal at thrift stores. And you can see here that some of them have flowers or ribbons attached. I would simply remove those, and you can either use them plain or add your own. The prices, I don't know, this one was $12. I've seen them much cheaper than that. I don't think I would pay that much for it. This one was very large with lots of florals. That one was also overpriced. Here's another one a little bit less at only $3. This picnic basket was absolutely adorable and only $3. You could use this for home decor or staging. My son actually just took his girlfriend on a picnic for their 1-year anniversary. This would have been perfect. Here is some outdoor furniture. I did like this little table. It was $35. That was too much in my opinion. And for the set of the chairs, which were in good condition, and you do know that outdoor furniture can be expensive, this set was $240. Again, in my opinion, overpriced for a thrift store. While I didn't really find anything in this section, I always have to look to see if there might be a hidden gem. Unfortunately, there wasn't really anything that I was interested in today. I thought this old wooden motel sign was interesting for $25. Not something that I need, but you know, had to show you guys. Back upstairs and checking out the vases and glassware. I always like checking this section out, and I was able to find some milk glass. I have a collection of these. I already have enough, so I didn't pick this up, but I did love the detail, and it was only $1.50. some more vases and glassware, and they're always priced really cheap at this thrift store, which I appreciate. Again, nothing that I needed, but I always like to look. Now over into the antique and vintage section of this thrift store. There must have been a horse lover that recently donated, because in this whole area there was a lot of horse things, pictures and statues. I did like this picture. I would have just taken off that those twigs or whatever around the top, but I love using those for decorating and home decor. Here's some more of that horse stuff that I told you guys about. Not too much else that was new in this section, that I haven't seen before. This washboard was only $10. I did find a couple of those last week at a different thrift store that were priced higher than that, so that's not a bad price. I did spy that cute vintage trunk, and I love these. This one was $40. I probably wouldn't have paid that, but they can be super cute for decorating. Obviously, this would need a very good cleaning, but I thought the detail was pretty cool. Okay, you guys, on to the next one. And the first thing that I saw here was this small wooden coffee table for only $10. Now, this would be a very fun piece to strip or sand to raw wood. There was another cute little end table. This one was $20. I think that's a bit too much for a single end table, but it was solid and sturdy. I loved the legs on that one. I guess this was the store of tables today, because there was also this set. To me, it appears like 80s or 90s, maybe. They were oval shaped. It was a coffee table and two end tables. The end tables were $20 each, and the coffee table was $30. Yeah, I'm not really interested in this style. And then on to my last stop. Let's see what we can find here. I spied these wooden plates, I guess. I do have a wooden bowl collection that I absolutely love. And I also found these wooden cutting boards. I'll give you guys a better look at them here. I'll pull them out and show you. I love these for decorating and for using them. They're perfect for charcuterie boards. This first one was only $3, and then there was a big one that was also $3. It was a large rectangular shape, and again, this would be absolutely perfect for those fun charcuterie boards. You would just have to give them a very good cleaning first. Here is a very pretty bowl, and I think that was $8. A little bit too much for me, but it could be pretty for displaying fruit or florals. This one was $10. It's vintage, but I don't have a use. I saw this table for $9. It was very wobbly. It was okay. I mean, not something I'm really interested in, but I always check out pieces like this in case you're looking to work on something small, like for practice or trying a new paint color. I loved this terracotta swan planter. I don't know why I didn't get this one. I might have to go back. It was only $4. Checking out the basket section here, you guys. I am on the hunt for something that would work for my daughter's graduation party as a card box. I don't really feel like buying a fancy, expensive card box when it's just going to be for people to leave their envelopes in. So I'm going to see if I can find one here. I loved this. I thought it was very unique and pretty, only $3.50, but that's not what I'm looking for. But this is. That would be perfect for a card box. There's a few more bigger ones over here. Very cute, always great prices. $2.50 for this one. I almost considered this one, you guys. It's like an old vintage like laundry basket for $5. I would have snagged it in a heartbeat, but I have like 4 or 5 of these already that I use for my blankets and pillows and home decor. They're so pretty. Back to some furniture, you guys. This is probably an antique piece, and it's very beautiful. Lots of beautiful detail in really good shape, but check out that price, $250. That's way too much for me, especially if I'm looking to refinish this or paint this in any way. That's way too high of a starting price point. That's, the prices that you would see at antique stores, and it was in good shape, but not perfect. It looks like this is matching to that. It was $150. Again, very beautiful detail, that nice old wood, the same hardware. But again, I can't spend $150 for a small piece like this. I wouldn't be able to make a profit on it, but it was a very beautiful piece. Okay, so that's about it at this thrift store. Here's what I got, you guys. I did get the basket for my daughter's card box. I got the 2 wooden cutting boards, and I finally picked up the glass vases that I'm going to use for my daughter's graduation party. So here is my haul at home. Like I said, I got most of this for my daughter's graduation party, which will be in about a month. The 2 cutting boards I will clean up. I might use that oval one as decor, but the large one will be perfect for charcuterie boards. I just have to give it a really good cleaning. The glass vases were buy one, get one free, so that was a no-brainer. I meant to get 8 of them, but I only grabbed 7. Anyway, we have 8 tables for my daughter's graduation party. I will clean these up, and we will use these to put flowers in, and you can't beat that price. I would never buy brand new vases, especially when it's like a one-time event. And buy one, get one free. Yeah, great deal. And then here's the basket that we're going to use for her card box. It was only $2.50. It's the perfect size. Maybe we can put a bow on it or something. And then after her graduation party, I can use this for something else, or, maybe not use it at all. But I only spent $2.50 on it. I am going to soak the wooden cutting boards in probably Dawn dish soap and water, give them a good scrub. I can always kind of jazz these up with some oil. I love using hemp oil on these, and I really love the shape and the wood grain of the oval one. I'll probably put that behind my stove with a couple others that I have. And like I said before, the size of this one is big. It's perfect for charcuterie, which is always so much fun. So that is my haul today, you guys. I spent a total of $14 no furniture today, but I'm pretty happy with this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's thrifting video. There'll be another one next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.